Good morning, children. I hope you have solved the previous exercises problems in your fractions. So what all did you learn? What are the proper fraction, improper fractions, mixed fractions, and what are equivalent fractions? How to write the equivalent fraction, and also how to write a fraction in its simplest form. Now today's class we are going to discuss the comparison of the fractions. Comparison of the fractions, addition and subtraction of the fractions as well. Okay. Now, while comparing, adding and subtracting, you will be dealing with two types of fractions. What are those? Like fractions, unlike fractions. And you know very well what are like fractions. Like fractions are those whose denominators are same. If the fractions whose denominators are same are called as like fractions. Okay. And the fractions whose denominators are different, unlike fractions. Okay. Now addition, comparison of like fractions is very easy. Okay. Now let us take two like fractions. I'll be discussing comparison of like fractions, addition of like fractions, subtraction of like fractions. These three together, then later I'll go with the unlike fractions individually. Okay. Now let us see like fractions. If the denominators are same, fractions with same denominators are like fractions. Now let us take comparison. 3 by 5 and 7 by 5. 3 by 5 and 7 by 5. Now denominators are same. When denominators are same, we compare the numerators. Okay children, the small the numerator, the small the fraction. If the numerator is small, the fraction is small. Therefore, which symbol I will be writing here? Less than symbol. Okay, next 9 by 7 and 6 by 7. 9 by 7, 6 by 7. Which is greater? Which symbol I need to write here? Greater than symbol. Okay. Now this is the case when denominators are same. Alright. Now let us take if numerators are same. That is, let us see 4 by 7 and 4 by 11. 4 by 7, 4 by 11. Now I have here numerators are same. Suppose if numerators are different, 3 and 5, then these are the like fractions. You have the other procedure to follow. That I will explain you. But when numerators are same, how to compare the fractions? Now let us take this inverse only. 7 by 9, 7 by 6. Again, now 4 by 7, 4 by 11. Here, in case the denominators are same, I said the less the numerator, the fraction is less. If the numerator is less, then the fraction is less. But here, when denominator is less, if the denominator is less, it means the fraction is greater. See, 7 is less than 11. 7 is less than 11 and numerators are same. But when 7 is less, it means this fraction is greater. So 4 by 7 is greater than 4 by 11. The less the denominator, the more the fraction. The less the numerator, the less the fraction. Quite opposite children. Listen what I am telling you. The less the numerator, the less the fraction. The more the denominator, the less the fraction. Or the less the denominator, the more the fraction. If denominator is less, then fraction is greater. If the numerator is less, then the fraction is lesser. This is in case when numerators are same children. Listen, you just see the difference. Here our numerators are same. I am using this method when numerators are same. Okay. Now 7 is less than 11 generally. But in terms of fraction, the 7 is less, but the fraction is greater. 9 is greater, but this fraction is Did you find the difference between here and here? Here like fractions is very easy for us. If denominators are same, then the less the numerator. If the numerator is less, it means that particular fraction is less. If the numerator is more, then that particular fraction is greater fraction. But when numerators are same, and when we are comparing the denominators, then if the denominator is less, it means that particular fraction is greater. If the denominator is more than the other denominator, then this is the smaller fraction. That is the only difference. Okay children, then coming to your addition. Addition is already you have learned in your grade 5 if I am right. It is very easy. 7 by 4 plus 11 by 4. So when denominators are same, what are we doing? We are writing as the common denominator 4 and we are adding up the numerators. So 7 plus 11 is 18 by 4. That's it. So when numerators are same in terms of like fractions, you will be writing the common denominator and you will be adding the fractions. Similarly, for the subtraction also, 9 by 6 minus 7 by 6. The same common denominator we write and we will subtract the numerators. 9 minus 7 is 2 by 6. That is simple in addition and subtraction. Okay, so this is comparing the like fractions. I mean to say comparison of fractions when denominators are same and comparison of fractions when numerators are same. But addition and subtraction of like fractions this is a procedure. Simply whatever the common denominator is there, we will write the denominator as it is and we will add up the numerators. Here also common denominator we will write as it is and we will subtract the numerators. That in case of like fractions. Now coming to comparison of unlike fractions, addition of unlike fractions and subtraction of unlike fractions. Now with all these addition, subtraction, comparison, it will be followed with same procedure. It will be followed with same procedure. Now let us see what is that procedure. Now if I explain you one procedure, you can do the comparison of fractions, you can do the addition of fractions and also you can do the subtraction of fractions. Now let us take two fractions. Say 3 by 5 and 2 by 7. Now I have to compare these two fractions. Or let us take another fraction also over here. Say 4 by 15. Okay, I am just taking here three fractions and let us learn how to compare this fraction or how to arrange these fractions in ascending or descending order. So whenever you are comparing or whenever you are adding, whenever you are subtracting the unlike fractions, the first thing you have to take is you have to take the LCM of the denominators. You have to calculate the LCM of the denominators. After you calculate the LCM of the denominators, you have to convert these fractions to like fractions. And then you can compare it easily, you can add it easily, you can subtract it easily. Now let us see this procedure. Now let us take or let us calculate the LCM of 5, 7, 15. Now you know already how to do the LCM. 5 ones are 5. Will 7 come in 5? No. So I write 7 as it is and 5 in 15 3 times. Now I'll stop the LCM here because I got the prime numbers here. Now what is the LCM we got? 5 into 7 into 3. What is that? 5 into 7 into 3. Now let us calculate. 5 sevens are 35, 35, 3s are 3 5s are 50, 3 3s are 9, 10. So what is my LCM? 105. Now after calculating the LCM Now see children, 3 by 5. First let us convert 3 by 5 having denominator 105. Now with which number I have to multiply 3 by 5 so that I get my denominator 105? Okay, I will tell you simple logic here only. With which number you have to multiply, you can get it here only. Now see children, my denominator is 5 and in LCM I have 5, 7, 3 as well. Now I will close my denominator 5. Got it? Leftover numbers 7 and 3. 7 3s are 21. It means into 21 into 20. It means like instead of checking out with which number you have to multiply to get 105, that you can get it from the LCM itself. And 105 రావాలి అంటే ఏం చేస్తారు? 105 ని 5 తో డివైడ్ చేసి మళ్ళీ ఆ నంబర్ ని మల్టిప్లై చేస్తారు. అలా కాకుండా డినామినేటర్ 5 ని 105 కి చేంజ్ చేయాలి అంటే LCM నుంచే కనుక్కోవచ్చు. చిన్న లాజిక్ మైండ్ కి just sharp చేయండి, you will get it from the LCM itself, from these factors of LCM itself. Okay, నా denominator 5. So నేను ఏం చేశాను? 5 denominator I have closed it and leftover number 7 3s are 21. That I am multiplying it. And take another fraction 2 by 7. My denominator is 7. I close 7 here. What are the numbers left over? 5 and 3. 5 3s are 15. It means into 15 into 50. Are you able to follow the logic children? Very easy. Next, let us take 4 by 50. Another fraction 4 by 50. My fraction is 15. But here do I have 15? Unda 15 unda? Ledu. Ela. Now, which two numbers you multiply you will get 15 children? 3 and 5. So what I am doing? I am closing 5 and 3. What is the number left over? 7. Into 7 into 7. Very simple. So with which number you have to multiply, you will get it from here only. You don't need to scratch your brains. Very easy. Just compare the given denominators. 3 by 5 I have. So if I am closing 5, 7 into 3. It means I have to multiply numerator and denominator with 21. Then 2 by 7. My denominator is 7. I am closing 7. What are the numbers left over? 5 and 3. That is 5 3s are 15. So into 50 into 50. Then 4 by 15 I have. But here do I have 50? No. Then check which two numbers if you multiply you will get 15. So what are the two numbers? 5 and 3. So what I am doing? I am closing both. What is the number left over? 7. Into 7 into 6. Is it not easy? Okay. Now, let us multiply. 21 3s are 63 by 105. 15 2s are 30 by 105. And 4 7s are 28 by 105. Is it not? I have completely got equivalent fractions. Now let us write what all the fractions I got it. Now 63 by 105, 30 by 105 and 28 by 105. Now denominators all are same. Right? Now is it not easy for us to write in ascending or descending? So how do we write in ascending order? 30 by 105 and 28 is the smallest one. 28 by 105, 30 by 105 and 63 by 105. That's it. So such a big procedure you have to follow if you have to compare or you have to write the fractions in ascending or descending order. This is in case if you have 3 fractions or 2 fractions or more. Got it children? Now if you are adding 2 or more fractions also, the same procedure. Instead of arranging, what you will do? Plus plus. That's it. And you will write the common denominator and you will add up the numerators. Procedure is same. Okay children? Okay. Now let us add the fractions. Should I explain you the any other problem? Okay. Let us take fraction so that you will have complete idea how to compare. Now let us take 4 fractions. What are those? 2 by 3, 4 by 5, 5 by 8 and 3 by 10. So I am taking here 4 fractions and I am comparing now. So before that, what are we going to do? We have to calculate the LCM of the denominators. 3, 5, 8 and 10. Now let us calculate 3, 5, 8, 10. Now 2 I take, 3 will not come in 2, 3 as it is, 5 as it is, 2 4s are, 2 5s are. Next, again 2, 3, 5, 2 2s are 4, 5. Now I take 5, 3 as it is, 1, 2 as it is, 1. I will stop the LCM here only. Now what is the LCM I got? LCM is, how many 2s are there? 3 2s. 1, 2, 3. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. Okay. Now let us multiply. 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24, 24 5s are how much? 120. Okay. So 4 3s are 12. Yes. 120 is my LCM. Now I have to convert each and every denominator to the denominator 20. I mean, I have to make the denominator to 120. I have to change it into equivalent fractions. Now let us take the first number. 2 by 3. Let us apply that logic that I have explained during the previous problem. My denominator is 3. I have 3 here. Let me close 3. What are the numbers left over? 2, 2, 2, 2, 5. Now let us multiply. 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 8 5s are 40. It means into 40 into 40. Next, 4 by 5. 5, I am just closing it out. 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 3s are 24. It means into 24 into 24. Okay, next 5 by 8. Now my denominator is 8, but here I don't have 8. So what we need to do? We need to check which numbers if we multiply we get the 8. 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8. It means everything I am closing. 3 5s are 15 into 15 into 15. Got it? Next 3 by 10. Now which two numbers I have to close? 5 and 2 because 5 2s are 10. Now left over are 2 2s are 4, 3s are 12 into 12 into 12. Got it, children? Now let us multiply. 80 by 120. 4 4s are 16. 96 by 120. 75 by 120 and 36 by 120. Now I have converted all the denominators to 120. Now I got all like fractions. Now let us list it out. 8 by 120, 96 by 120, 75 by 120 and 36 by 1. Okay, now let us write in ascending order. 36 by 120 less than 75 by 120 less than 80 by 120 less than 96 by 120. Then similarly from backward till forward is nothing but your descending. So this is comparison of unlike fractions. Got it, children? Hope you understood. Now let us move on to addition and subtraction of fractions. For addition and subtraction of fractions also you follow this same procedure. Now let us take few examples and we will learn how to add unlike fractions and how to subtract unlike fractions. Okay, children? Now any two fractions you take, now 7 by 8 and 1 by 12. Now we need to add 8 and 12. 8, 12. Now let us calculate. 2 4s are, 2 6s are, 2 2s are, 2 3s are. Now what is my LCM I got, children? 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 3s are 24. Okay. Now let us take the first fraction, 7 by 8. Now in order to get my denominator 24, with which number I need to multiply? Into 3. 8 into 3, 7 into 3. 21 by 24. And 1 by 12. 24 in 12, 2 times. Into 2 into 2. 2 by 24. Now I made my denominator same. Now let us add. 21 by 24 plus 2 by 24. So common denominator 24, 21 plus 2, that is 23 by 24. If you have addition, you will add. If you have subtraction, you will subtract. That's it. The same procedure what you have followed for the comparison of fractions, the same thing you will do it for the addition and subtraction also. Okay. Now while adding and subtraction, children, no need to calculate LCM. Only for addition and subtraction of fractions of 2. Like when you are adding only 2 fractions or when you are subtracting only 2 fractions, then only in one method or only for few problems you have to calculate the LCM. For other problems, no need to calculate the LCM. I will explain you the logic over there. Now, I just write 3 varieties of fractions. Okay. Now say, let me take from your exercise itself. Okay. Now see, 1 by 5 plus 7 by 10. So this is one variety of fraction, and four by 7 plus 3 by 5 is one variety of fraction, and 2 by 9 plus 5 by 12. Now I have written here 3 different fractions. All are unlike fractions only. Okay. And one logic I am explaining you, listen carefully. In all the cases, denominators are same. But if you see, before you are calculating the LCM of the denominators, this is applicable only in case when you are comparing 2 fractions, when you are adding 2 fractions, when you are subtracting 2 fractions. Okay. So this procedure, just put it in your mind. Okay. What is that? Now here 5 and 10. My denominators are 5 and 10. 7 and 5. 9 and 12. 3 different problems, 3 different denominators. Okay. Now see children, 5 and 10. Before calculating the LCM of the denominators, check the denominators first. Now see 5 and 10. What do you observe from these denominators? Yes? Is it not 5 is a multiple of 10? Yes? 5 is not a multiple of 10? Yes. And when such case, if one denominator is multiple of the other denominator, in case if one denominator is multiple of the other denominator, then your LCM is highest denominator. No need to calculate LCM. Simply you can write here. If one denominator is multiple of the other denominator, then your LCM is highest denominator. Okay. Then coming to here, 7 and 5. Do 7 and 5 have common factors, children? No. Even if you take these two are prime numbers, they don't have common factors. So when two denominators are not having common factors, if two denominators have no common factors, then in that case LCM is equal to product of the denominators. Simply you will multiply the denominators. That's it. Okay. Then in this case 9 and 12 you have the common factors. Then in this case itself, you will calculate the LCM of 9 and 12. In other two cases, you are not calculating. Simply you are writing as it is. If one denominator is multiple of the other denominator, then the highest denominator is its LCM. If two denominators have no common factor, then their LCM is equal to product of denominators. If two denominators have common factors, then only you are supposed to calculate the LCM. So whenever you are comparing two fractions, whenever you are adding two fractions, whenever you are subtracting two fractions, before calculating their LCM, first try to observe the given denominators. Try to observe the given denominators, then you solve the problem. For everything, don't waste your time in calculating this LCM. Okay children, so if one denominator is a multiple of the other, then LCM is the highest denominator. If two denominators have no common factors, then LCM is nothing but product of the denominators. If suppose two denominators have common factors, in this case only you are going to calculate the LCM. Got it? I hope you understood today's concept and the small logic what I have explained it to you. Okay, if you have any small doubt, so that you can approach to us, so that I can just do a small video and I can solve the problem. Okay, I hope you understood the fractions, comparison, addition as well as subtraction. Okay, we'll meet in your next class with the new chapter or the new topic. Okay, with this we have completed your chapter children. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.